perhaps one more of these magic words that our culture desires to place in our hearts, that fly brazenly in the face of Matthew 15:6, that Jesus said, "You make the word of God, the make commandment of God of no effect by your traditions," and our culture wants to place these lies in our hearts, and these magic words that will maybe we don't even notice what happened, but as we believe them, they just, the word of God, the ministry of God in our lives just diminishes. And one thing would be where a magic word, a magic expression that would distance the saints from me, the Christians, other believers from me. And this is a very strong thing in culture. You're the wrong color, you cannot minister to me. You're not, I don't know, black enough, white enough, yellow enough, whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't speak. You speak the wrong language. You cannot talk to me. If you don't speak, if you're from the wrong country, you cannot minister to me. These Americans, what do they know about, God? These Russians, they don't know anything about these Brazilians, whatever. That doesn't matter. I mean, my culture knows how to worship God, right? After all, God is Hungarian, obviously. I mean, everyone knows that. You know that, right? I know that. That's clear to anyone who has any brains, obviously, or he's, I don't know, whatever, he's Macedonian or Austrian or Swedish, whatever it is, and it's a lie. That distance, then what does it do? It excludes those saints, those believers. It excludes a great part of Christianity from possibly blessing me, because and I don't know, a Korean doesn't know anything about God. They couldn't teach me. That's not, it's such a lie. It's such a stupid thing. But it does, it does work. Oh, they are so uneducated. Such simpleton couldn't teach me. And someone stands up to give a testimony, and I think, that person is I don't know, he's a bricklayer, I am a professor so-and-so, they could never teach. And then that will mean they cannot bless me with their testimony, because I will just have made it of none effect. I have just nullified it by the magic words that I stupidly accepted from my culture, and which measures me as greater than they, even though they are believers. And that person might be walking in the Spirit right now and may be ministering from God to me, but for me it's none effect. It's nothing. That's why it's a magic word. The entire fellowship of believers who would build me up, according to Ephesians 4:15, in love, that it just becomes a group of silly, foolish people. Or let's say I'm a feminist, okay, and then everybody who speaks and is a man, just no effect, because they have no idea what they're talking about. And this is just culture placing poison in our hearts that nullifies the effect of the Word of God. God forbid that would be the case. It's our choice, it's our decision whether we accept those, whether we internalize those lies and hide them in our hearts enough to effect our walk with God. And let's not let it happen. Doesn't matter what that distance is, what those lies are, what that poison is, because why should we help the enemy in our lives? God bless your day with that, and God bless your walk with the Lord with that.